Ladies and gentlemen, in the ring at this time, please welcome. Weighing in officially at 135 pounds. This Olympic silver medalist now, as a professional, has a perfect record consisting of 23 fights, 23 victories, including 11 wins by knockout. He's a three-division, three-time world champion from Newark, New Jersey, former featherweight world champion, former super featherweight world champion, the reigning, defending, undefeated WBC lightweight champion of the world, Shakur Stevenson.
And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, he is the defending world champion. He wears maroon with blue and gold trim. He scaled at the lightweight limit of 135 pounds, bang on. His professional record, also a perfect one. 16 fights, 16 victories, 12 of them coming by way of knockout. Hard-hitting Honduran 2016 Olympian is widely recognized as one of the best active fighters on the planet. This 2020 Fighter of the Year makes his 7th appearance right here at Madison Square Garden, fighting out of Brooklyn, New York, USA. Is the reigning, defending, undefeated IBF, WBO, WBA, WBC franchise, and Ring Magazine lightweight champion of the world, Teofimo Lopez.
Max Kellerman warns this matchup is extremely risky, labeling it a high-stakes challenge that truly tests Shakur's elite boxing skill.
The most aesthetically pleasing fight. We've seen the way Teo goes against some of these boxers. We've seen Shakur in some bad fights, obviously, although Shakur looks pretty damn good against Williams Zepeda. Teo's not a pressure guy. He likes to counterpunch. Two counterpunchers, really.
Yes, it is not like, but there are some fights, guys. I think about Pernell Whitaker and Buddy McGirt, or Sugar Ray Leonard and Wilfred Benitez. I love the high-speed chess match.
Yeah.
Not every fight has to be rock'em sock'em robots, right? That is.
Teofimo remains laser-focused, warning this blockbuster showdown will deliver a brutal reality check for Shakur Stevenson worldwide fans.
Number one, my mandatory, and he didn't. He was too hesitant trying to commit to punches. So I think that
Shakur's coach Jack revealed they maintained proven training routines while strategically refining tactics to optimize performance and prepare him smarter.
Added trying a few new little things, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, it's basically the same thing we've been doing. We changed the strategy, but no camp is never exactly the same. So yeah, it's just like always. Like, we may try a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but it's mainly the same things. One of the best things we have going for us when a person underestimates you, that's lovely. And that ain't the only thing he's underestimating. So we're good.
Max Kellerman believes Shakur's explosive power shines, yet Teofimo's strength, elite footwork, ring IQ, and relentless mindset prove he's dangerous, disciplined, and championship level.
And the thing I like about Teo's style, I mean, when you have a guy like Shakur whose defense is that good, and he's not just the guy who's going to hug you, he can box, you know? The easiest thing in the world is just to pick him against everybody.
Right.
Yes. But Teo also has the kind of footwork, Malik, where he steps around guys. And I think about Buddy McGirt, Meldrick Taylor.
Yes.
Roy, you know, where Meldrick had quick enough feet where if you were going to come right at Buddy McGirt, he could box you. But Meldrick could give him angles that were more difficult. I think of Roy.
Shakur claims critics constantly underrate his elite skill set, ignore achievements, and dismiss victories by labeling his opponents weak, irrelevant, or unworthy contenders.
After and just kept it moving. I do feel like I am in a situation that when I do make fighters look bad and beat them up, the first thing that they going to run to is, oh, this guy wasn't that good, or this guy is not nobody. They're going to take away from my resume, same way they did with Bud. Just like my last fight. They turned the dude that I was fighting and they say he's a cab driver. But I want to say his fight before he fought me, he fought Nakatani. And no disrespect to Teo. Teo had, a majority decision with Nakatani. Lomachenko, it took him 9 to 10 rounds to get him out of there. That dude got him out of there in 6. So he couldn't be as bad as how they made him seem. But I think I'm just in a lose situation when it comes down to it, because anybody that I fight.
Now he's relentlessly driven to dominate, redefine greatness, and silence critics.
Anybody that I fight, they gonna act like I didn't fight nobody. Even with Edwin. Edwin is a great fighter, but after I beat him, they're gonna sit there and say that he wasn't as good as.
Ryan Garcia weighed in on the blockbuster Shakur Stevenson versus Teofimo Lopez showdown, calling it must-watch boxing. He slightly favors Shakur, praising his elite footwork, lightning speed, ring IQ, and airtight defense that frustrate world-class opponents. Still, Garcia warns against sleeping on Teofimo. Lopez brings explosive power, relentless pressure, fight-changing adjustments, and championship mentality. At this level, Garcia notes, outcomes hinge on razor-thin moments, timing, and one perfect sequence. One smart tweak or clean combination can flip everything. For fans, it's a premium clash of styles. Stevenson's technical brilliance versus Lopez's dynamic offense, making the result unpredictable entertainment worldwide.
I would put my money on Shakur, but shit, I won't be surprised if Teofimo surprises us all, for sure. I think I'm underestimating Teofimo a little bit, but I don't think he can make the necessary adjustments to his own style to combat what Shakur does best. But he could definitely prove me wrong, for sure.
Oscar Valdez recently weighed in on the blockbuster Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson showdown, explaining why Lopez has a legitimate path to victory. Valdez highlights Teofimo's elite positioning, smart footwork, and dangerous counterpunching IQ. Lopez stays balanced on his back foot, steps out of danger, and uses his reach to fire sharp counters with minimal risk. This defensive mastery lets him absorb shots without heavy damage, a skill built through elite amateur and Olympic seasoning. Valdez adds that casual fans may overlook this style, but beating Shakur demands patience, timing, ring control, and calculated pressure under championship-level stress.
But you gotta hit him first. And Shakur Stevenson, the way he's positioned, the way his back foot's there, and then you see him comfortable, and he's all right. This is my shot, and you throw it. He just rocks back, or he has that back foot, just steps back, and he has a long reach, so he just counters punches you. And that's part of the game. You get hit and not get hit. And Shakur Stevenson does it to the T. He perfected that since he was an amateur and Olympian, silver medalist, and now he's done it as a professional. You know, maybe not the whole world enjoys it, but the pure boxing fan will maybe appreciate that.
I know you tried to do it, and Shakur's undefeated at this point, but like, how do you beat a Shakur Stevenson?
You know, I think how you beat a Shakur Stevenson, if I can go back and you do something.
Teofimo must be patient, picking elite moments to land clean power shots that push Stevenson into uncomfortable exchanges, similar to historic upsets where timing beat technique. Valdez compares this fight to classic matchups where sharp accuracy and opportunistic instincts flip the odds. He believes Lopez's composure, range management, and clutch counterpunching under fire make him dangerous. With intelligent pressure, elite defense, and championship IQ, Teofimo can threaten Stevenson's perfect record. Valdez frames this bout as more than talent, calling it a high-stakes chess match where patience, counters, and smart aggression decide supremacy, and premium pay-per-view narratives captivate boxing audiences.
Make that damage where he has no other option. Now, we all got tremendous fighters who box very well. You got Sugar Ray Leonard till Roberto Duran came, and he ended up catching him. You got Sweet Pete Pernell Whitaker. He was an amazing defensive fighter till Zurdo Ramirez came in and beat him. Then and other fighters. So Everyone that I think time will tell what type of fighter, but I would say a pressured fighter. Maybe someone like Pitbull. We know Pitbull has had some losses with guys who are even less defensive fighters than Shakur Stevenson. So Rayo Venezuela and then Gervonta Davis, and then this country.
Zach Moses delivered bold insight on the blockbuster clash between Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez, predicting a clear Stevenson takeover. He argues Shakur's elite footwork, lightning speed, and championship ring IQ create a massive stylistic edge. According to Moses, Stevenson masters distance, dissects opponents, and punishes every mistake with surgical precision. While respecting Teofimo's explosive power and relentless mindset, Moses says Shakur's calm experience and tactical discipline will diffuse those threats. Citing bouts against pressure fighters like Valdez and Martin, he shows Stevenson repeatedly dismantles aggression, proving his refined style is brutally hard to solve at elite championship level.
There's a massive fight against Teofimo, Madison Square Garden next week. How do you see that playing out?
I see him beating the shit out of Teofimo. I see Teo just, I don't want to really say too much, but I see Teo coming to do what he do, and I see Shakur coming to do what he do, and I just see Shakur doing whatever he want, and any type of way he want it, that's how it's gonna be. And next week is a big week, and I can't wait for bro to show everybody, for real.
Should beat the shit out of him. Do you think he's gonna stop Teofimo Lopez? Do you think if he wants to, he can?
I mean, he act crazy, I think he can. That's all I'm gonna say. He act crazy, I think he can.
Last one. Obviously, with that fight in the horizon, you want to be involved in big fights like that going down, that New York, New Jersey rivalry. Is that something that inspires you when you see Shakur doing this at the highest level?
I mean, for sure.
Antonio Tarver recently analyzed the high-stakes clash between Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson, revealing Lopez's only realistic path to victory. Tarver notes Stevenson excels at controlling distance, using sharp angles, and keeping the fight centered, which naturally favors him and limits Lopez's openings. Yet, when Stevenson is forced under the ropes or pressured backward, Lopez gains pivotal chances to strike. His rapid-fire combinations and ability to unleash both hands in succession make him deadly in close range, especially against elusive defenders. Tarver highlights that peak conditioning, mental toughness, and ring IQ are just as crucial as raw power.
Keeping that fight sort of in the middle, you gotta favor Shakur. But if he's on the back foot, if he's on the ropes, that's going to give Teofimo a lot of opportunities. And what makes Teofimo, I believe, dangerous in this fight, he throws both hands in succession. He's a combination type puncher, and that always serves well if you got a real slick defensive fighter in there. If Shakur can show us a little bit of that, what he had in his last fight, a lot of that work in the center of the ring, it's going to be an exciting fight. I think you got to favor the guy who's in the best condition, not only physically, but mentally. I think, these guys are going to have to lock in, and they can't let, that intricate, you got to have your personal life in order. You know what I'm saying? Leading up to a fight this big. That's going to be the key.
Both fighters must enter fully focused and in peak condition. Leaving all distractions behind any lapse could be costly. Statistics favor Stevenson, but Lopez can turn the tide by forcing exchanges, applying smart pressure, and keeping Stevenson wary of counters. Disrupting rhythm opens opportunities, while Lopez's stamina and relentless conditioning shine in later rounds. Experts highlight Teofimo's history of rising when underestimated, facing elite opponents like Lomachenko and Taylor. If Lopez combines power, precision, and resilience, he could challenge Stevenson's dominance. This matchup promises an intense showdown of skill, strategy, and sheer willpower that fans can't afford to miss.
Both possess?
Yeah, smart money would be on the boxer, Shakur Stevenson, winning the decision. But, if Lopez can make this fight, a lot tougher than expected, and he's going to have to exchange with Shakur. He's a fast fighter. We don't know who's the quickest or fastest here. You have to give the speed edge to Shakur. But if Lopez can punch with this fast guy, make him a little bit cautious and a little bit leery of what's coming back, that serves him well. But Teofimo is one of the best conditioned fighters out there. If this fight goes late, you can expect him to be pushing forward round 9, 10, and 11 if it goes late.
Yeah, you know, a big question is always like what Teo is going to show up. And like when everyone's counted out Teo, it's actually been the times where he's like upset people, like against Lomachenko, against Josh Taylor. You know, fights.
Wade Clemens breaks down the Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson clash, spotlighting Stevenson as a defensive genius and ring maestro. His ability to turn defense into offense makes him a modern boxing professor, reading punches, anticipating moves, and exploiting openings for precise counters. Unlike fighters who rely on brute aggression, Stevenson thrives on strategy and timing. Lopez, with his versatile style, must use smart offense and front foot pressure to challenge Stevenson's ring control by adapting between defense, counterpunching, and aggressive bursts. Lopez could find openings, making this matchup a high-stakes tactical battle fans can't afford to miss.
A professor of the sweet science, you may say. And it's not like Teofimo has a William Zepeda-esque style. He's not just going to be front foot, volume punching, eat punches to give punches. That's not how he's going to fight. He is going to try to go boxing IQ for boxing IQ with Shakur, but I assume do it more on an offensive front foot pace than trying to goad Shakur to walk to him. I mean, it might be the best option for Teofimo if he could get Shakur to be front foot and offensive because of maybe the deficiencies Shakur has on the front foot. We haven't really seen him be a dominant front foot control center fighter. But this is why I'm hoping, again, knock on wood, we don't get like a defensive standoff where we're both feinting and no one wants to take the lead foot and both guys want to play counterpuncher. I think that Teo can do both better than Shakur can do both. I think Shakur's probably the better defensive to offensive fighter. I think Teo could probably switch.
Clemens highlights the tough challenge Lopez faces. Stevenson's defensive brilliance paired with his seamless offensive transitions makes him incredibly hard to crack. Lopez must lure Stevenson into positions where counters can be exploited, demanding patience, pinpoint precision, and perfect timing. A single mistake could let Stevenson seize control instantly. This clash is shaping up as a strategic showdown between elite fighters. Stevenson's defensive mastery transforming into offense sharply contrasts with Lopez's dynamic attacking style, creating a high-stakes battle that tests timing, strategy, adaptability, and ring IQ at the absolute pinnacle of professional boxing.
He's talking about, you know, I don't know, there could be a number of things he's talking about. Low blows, rabbit punches, you know, rough clinch work, raking a forearm. I don't really know what he's talking about, but that's hilarious. He's just coming out and saying it. This is when Darren Till was telling Tommy Fury if he started losing the boxing match, he would kick him in the head. This is the same kind of energy, dude. Yeah, hey, listen, I might just do something illegal.
Basically, when you see a fighter like him, it is not illegal to do certain punches and throw certain punches or hit certain areas. It's not, as long as it's not below the belt line. Is that true?
Are you saying hit me in the back of the head? Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what are we talking about? You can't. I'm gonna punch him in the back of the head.
Huh?
You can't hit behind the head. I mean,
no, I know. There's rules to it.
Back of the head, you can't hit nobody in the back of the head.
Just saying, like, you know.
That's a wrap for today's epic video. Stay connected. Next fight awaits. Subscribe now.